Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is time for another breakdown episode on where I choose a character and I tell y'all how I fight the matchup. Usually I do these things off stream, but you know what? With this character that I'm about to choose, I actually want some help from the stream. This character is a bit of a big problem, so I feel like I know the matchup, but with the help and feedback from other people, I might learn something new. And that character is actually Seth. And I've actually did some research on YouTube. It's obvious that nobody hasn't really covered this topic in depth. I mean, this person right here is just an, oh, Seth does spin kick, you could punish it. If Seth does hands, you could punish it. But nobody really goes into depth on anything. It's mainly, oh, how to play Seth highlights. That being said, another quick thing I want to point out, y'all, if y'all are enjoying the content, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. 5 uploads a week, you won't miss a beat. The character that we will be covering today is Seth. And I'm gonna start off by saying this. Seth is a problem. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try my best to point out some stuff, but this character overall is a problem. I don't know what Capcom was thinking when they made this character, but when they put this character in the game, this character has put problems in everybody's life. Number one, dive kick. Who could punish it? If you're playing a character without a DP, what can you do? You have to sit there and take it. If you V-reversal and they do an instant air dive kick, 9 times out of 10 seconds still block it. So I mean, with that being said, I can show y'all some stuff. So I want to go over some general spacing and where I properly like to place myself. Due to the fact that Seth has V skill 1, spin kicks, and dive kick, I like to try and place myself about this range. And the reason why I say this is because it allows me to max space my light straight, it allows me to poke with fears, and also be wary of the fact that Seth has crouching fears. The main problem about this matchup, like I said, is the dive kick. So I'm gonna go ahead and discuss V skill 1 and why I use it, and go ahead and demonstrate what I was talking about. I suck at doing dive kicks, y'all. Give me a minute. Okay, there we go. So if Seth does instant air dive kick, and I can tell that I did it right, instant air always hits crouching opponents. If it misses on a crouching opponent, you know you messed up the time. So boom, I hit it while crouching. You can't V-reversal it. Because it's so low to the ground, you can't do anything about it. If it's crouching, if it's standing up, you can't do anything about it. This is what I'm talking about. Like, it's no way to defend against this move besides reading it. Like, you have to get that hard read. Like, as soon as you see the character jump, you have to EX armor. Now think about it. In a real life situation, how often is that going to happen? Like, what human mind is going to be able to react to that fast enough as soon as they see this character jump at this range? Because 9 times out of 10, if you playing this mind game, you're running the risk of the screw smash actually missing. Like, if you mistime it by a frame, you're getting hit. Like, you have to perfectly time this in order to do something about that. So the human mind is not going to be able to react to that in real battle. So the reason why V skill 1 is important and how I really like, because if I read this, and it has to be a read, I can cause a give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. See? That. If you get the read on it. See? Okay. F this character. It's going to cause the character to go into a counter hit state where you can follow with straight. If you can manage to pull this off against a Seth that's dive kicking, it's going to put Seth in a mindset to where, okay, he has answer for it. So let me second guess jumping and doing an instant air dive kick, but I'm not going to just completely stop doing it, right? So it's an option to keep in mind. Ain't the end all be all answer. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Dive kick is just like completely in a nutshell right now. Like, this move is easy, abusable move in the game right now. And I say that all honesty. Like, it's easily abusable. That's basically enough about the dive kick. So once again, y'all, if y'all enjoying the content, if y'all respect what I do, if y'all want to see a young whippersnapper like me grow, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Get updates on my weekly uploads. It won't cost nothing. It won't cause no harm. It's amazing. It's honestly amazing. So let's talk a little bit about Seth's actual toolkit. The most problematic buttons that you will have to deal with against this character is obviously crouching fierce, standing medium kick, V skill 1. You have to worry about V skill 1, and spin kicks. These are 4 options that's actually pretty deadly, along with dive kick. So going back to what I said in the beginning, if you space yourself at this light straight dash range, you can avoid a lot of Seth's normals, and you're actually right outside of V skill 1, and you can actually react to these. The most problematic one is probably going to be crouch interference. It ducks her body low, extends her leg out, and it reaches pretty far. It gives you that general idea of where you want to put yourself at. So if you follow this general rule of thumb, you're avoiding, I want to say, at least 3 out of the 5 of her problematic normals, because she does have forward fierce, but nobody really uses that button like talking about it, because it has too much going on, if that makes sense. It's like, first off, it's -4. If you block it, it's -4. If you misspace it, you get punished. If you think you spaced it right and it whipped, you get a full whiff punish off it. This is actually a button that you don't see a lot of Seth players using at all. It's actually crazy. I feel like the only Seth that I seen use this was Punk. Like, you really and truly do not see nobody using this normal at all. It crushes, you get a follow-up combo, but the rest of her buttons are too good to really be trying to throw this out. All right, so let's talk about some actual gaps in Seth's pressure that you can actually look out for. Now, the main mix when it comes down to Seth players is actually the spin kicks. The light version is a true block string, but it leaves her at -4, -6, somewhere around that number. The medium spin kick is actually where the mix starts. It's -4? Is it? No, it's negative. How negative is this? Okay, it's -6, but even though it's negative, it kind of plays the mind game, because when you start mixing in the heavy version, that's where the +1 comes in at. As you can clearly see, the heavy version is +2 on block. So the mix between these two spin kicks is that the medium one, 2 complete body spins, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go ahead and demonstrate that real quick. It has 2 complete body spins. I just call it 2 body spins. Pay attention to the heavy version. I want to say like it's roughly 2.5, 2.7. Like, it has a slightly longer startup compared to the medium version. So that's where the mix starts. So if you feel like the heavy version is coming out, this is where the mind game starts at. If you feel like the heavy version is going to come out, you can always interrupt with any button. You could crush it. I would suggest contesting with a light button, because if you mistime it by a couple frames, you're going to end up getting hit, right? So never put all your fate. Go for the quick punish and then be happy with the knockdown. Never get too greedy in a situation like this, because if you can't react fast enough, you're going to get hit. So just accept a quick punish with lights, a medium, but I wouldn't worry too much about trying to crush this move. It's possible, but taking into connection, lag, delay, freezes, never get too greedy. Now let's go over some corner situations. There's actually one normal that I feel like a lot of Seths truly get away with. It's not plus on block. I feel like Seths always get away with this. Why? I don't know. But this move right here is not plus. It is -2. It's never going to be a situation where they could jab. You take your turn back after that. Like, they are not in the right to do this. I don't know why Seths get away with this. I don't know if there's a setup that I'm not familiar about, but you take your turn back after this move. Now, of course, when it comes down to waking up, there's an ambiguous high-low mix-up that you actually have to look out for. And I'm going to tell y'all how to notice. It's not ambiguous, but it's something that can catch you if you don't know. So that's the overhead, and this is the low, right? As you can clearly see, when these two moves are swung, Seth does an actual spin for the version that's low. And both moves have a long startup on it. You have time to realize if she's spinning her body to do the low, or she's actually cocking her leg up and swinging for the overhead. But you have more than enough time to realize which version she's doing. It used to be ambiguous in the beginning, but once you actually start paying attention to the animation, you could clearly see the difference. Oh, one more situation. Yeah, a lot of people don't know about this either, and I feel like this is something that they should have been knew about. This setup right here. All right, so if y'all take notes, right? This V trigger hand, when she does the punch behind you, it is +2 on block. I don't know why Seths get away with this, but the only true situation that a Seth player could get after this situation is honestly standing medium. Frame. Crouching medium is a 6 frame. Seths will always get away with this. I feel like people think that that turnaround punch is way more plus than what it's said to be, but it is only +2. The crouching medium is a 6 frame. There's a 4F gap between that. Here's the situation between that. Every situation that you could punish, there's an answer for it. Just because I'm telling you that doesn't mean that you could just go out there and just start 3 frame and set whenever you feel like it. Don't work like that. This is actually something to worry about. See? You see how your 3-frame missed? See? 3-frame will miss. When Seth does her low forward, it actually low profile. When she gets down to the ground, she gets down to the ground. So you have to actually play with your options in these situations. So if you 3-frame one option, think about a mix-up. Think about a mix-up. You go for a low check. You have to play mind games because they're playing mind games with you. Just because you hit them one time with something, it ain't gonna work the next time. Trust me. You have to play mind games with this situation right here because that punch is only +2. All right, this is the only true option. That is the true option. +2 on block, 5-frame normal, beats 3-frame. Their turn is over. That move is not special cancelable. They can't commit to nothing after it. They take their turn and then that's it. You will lose. Now, if they are able to react to the counter hit, then they could get a counter hit confirmed. But if you block in that situation, that turn is over. You can actually backdash. I wanted to save this part for last, but you can actually backdash. To avoid this whole situation, backdash. Guess what? The other situations that I was telling y'all about, guess what? Backdash. But yeah, I wanted to save this part for last. You can avoid the whole situation with backdash. But like I said, with every answer, there's a solution. You know what Seth has to commit to? Let me show you. They have to commit to chasing you with EX hand. That's how they stop you from backdash. So this whole mix-up for Seth is a guess. You really and truly, you don't have to sit there and block. It's just a mind game that's being played. Think about it as Gil's V-trigger, right? Gil has to guess. The moment he put his ice down and he knock you down, he has to guess if you're gonna backdash. He has to guess if you're gonna sit there and take the setup. Same thing with Seth. This character has to guess on if you're gonna backdash, contest with a button, or respect what I'm about to do. So even though this character is crazy, this character has some gaps. It's not too many, but this character has some gaps. Bye. I say bye. And that's a wrap.